up, you be with the shits. Why I can't just chill without the other shit? You be all up in my phone when I put it down. I was about to get a 7, now I need an ounce. When I leave, you call my phone. When you coming back, wanna know my location like a Uber app. Wanna get high with my niggas while we talk paper. Roll it in the guava leaf for the raw paper.
But
listen.
examples from other people.
Listen, you got some people who instill the mentality in kids that, the white man gonna always have his foot on your neck.
They will.
White people are they're gonna instill the same vibes that you say that you just feel that way about anybody. They gonna sit there and tell their kids straight up, yo, white people will try it. So don't trust them. And it's like, okay, so now this kid is growing up ostracizing white people, and he's being racist to white people.
But you gotta give them you can't just tell them that. You gotta give them.
I hear what you have to do, but what I'm saying, what happens, what's in the realm of possibilities, and what's in the realm of things that happen. So now when a kid grows up and he like, man, fuck that white boy, and it's like the white boy ain't do nothing to you. It's just like the culture of niggas who say fuck the police. You probably never had a bad encounter with a police officer, but you still say fuck the police because of them as an entity, them as a whole, of everything that they do buzzing. But every police officer you meet, he's a perfect person. He's a perfect human being. You know what I'm saying? Because people are human. So the fact that in any sense of understanding that we're here in the argument of whether celebrating 4th of July is a do or don't, it's like, unless the full intention is to rewrite the Constitution, unless the full intention is to change the old paperwork versus actually trying to just simply create new paperwork, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's work towards creating new paperwork. We can bitch about the old shit forever. We can get mad about the old shit forever. It still ain't gonna change because it's there. It's like the fucking Mount Rushmore. Unless a nigga plan on blowing that shit up, it's there.
But that shit need to be changed because the writing something new won't matter.
But writing something new will create a
new
new form of teaching, a new instillment into kids. Even though parents have to play a bigger role, the same way we got parents that lack in playing that role of being in their kids' educational life, and the kid only learns in school. That kid can learn things the right way. So now when they parent come with their ignorance, they like, nah, it's right here in my social studies book. When this shit was printed, get out of here. This shit was new. This is one of the new things that the kids are writing nowadays. Nah, the real history is what. You feel me?
But you gotta understand it. Well, when it comes to some shit, rewriting some shit like that to restructure this whole way of life, you gotta go change the old shit because it won't be nothing but a loophole writing something new. Right? Because if you writing something new, it's like, yeah, this is said, but it only means something
if everybody agree to
it. If it's within this loophole, or if you choose to ignore the way of the structure of the whole thing, that shit really don't mean nothing.
So it's
if the way of the country says, yeah, we gonna treat these people like this, and they don't rewrite that. And then you just rewrite something.
But when I say write something new, I'm not saying add a new law or add a new amendment.
You mean
write a new article.
Erase that.
With the group that agree, become the majority. Everybody come together. We weed out the niggas who ain't with it. Simple and plain.
Yeah, but
this is the new Constitution. This is how we teaching it. All the kids that come after us, hoping that within the next 50 to 100 years, we actually start seeing the real change and understand these are the laws and this is what happened, and all the other buzzer people die out.
How we gonna ask for something like that when it's nobody that look like us in place to do that?
But that's the thing that I'm saying right there. They don't have to look like us to feel us. You get what I'm saying?
Half the time they do.
But I hear you.
The only ones who truly and really understand and get it and want to
is gonna be us. But that's with anything for anybody. But as far as anybody that cares about people, just like humanitarian people who go to third world countries to help out people who have nothing, who don't know nothing about nothing, and they just go over there and teach them. This is your life work. This is what you choose to do. So if you're here, you just care about the people. So now that you're in position, whether you white, yellow, green, purple, you in the position. And all the other colors of the crayon boxes in position, and all of y'all agree, let's write this new shit for these people. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to for these people. Because these people are our people. The philosophy that I got for this country is the fact that we can hate this country as much as we want, but we built this shit. Whether it's alongside, whip to back, nigga, my blood, sweat, and tears is in the dirt of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Had it not been for me, y'all niggas probably wasn't gonna be able to manifest everything that y'all dreamed of. So I am a part of this shit. Whether or not you wrote me into it, I'm a part of this shit. Fuck you.
Yeah, you can say that all you want to, but like it's not as long as that shit not rewritten, it don't matter.
But I hear
and the
you.
people,
But if you're gonna work towards change ignorantly, it's not really gonna change. Now, granted, you can educate yourself on everything, Pan African. You know what I'm saying? You can learn new things and have a new appreciation for everything. But if at any point in time you're really telling yourself that I cannot fuck with white people, but white people are the ones in the position that they in, you don't understand chess. You gotta learn how to move things around. You're gonna have to work with the nigga. You're gonna have to get them to feel you. You're gonna have to make sure that if you're in power, the only way that you could be in power is if you really care about these issues and you're trying to make this change in order to finally get somebody there that's going or get enough people there. Get those passionate ass people that be talking and talking and talking to actually get in those positions. You know what I'm saying? And once you in the position to really talk, to really have a word, and all the other buzzard people die out, because eventually, granted, it takes a long ass time for them motherfuckers to die, but when they get off their chair and the right people get on that chair, something's going to change. It's a matter of continue to educating kids the right way of unity, but not ignorantly. You feel me? To the ones that are ignorant, those are the ones that need to be weeded out on every side. I feel that way about every culture. If you feeling aggy and ignorant to another culture for whatever fucking reason, you buzzard. We human. Now, if something that I'm doing is bringing harm to you, then I understand. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm not harming you, that's simply what's in any good book. Let that person be.
but it's not even the fact of us not wanting to work with them. It's plenty of examples of just exactly the opposite. But it's also examples of when we also did that, we was the ones fucked over because they just, at the end of the day, they're the ones in power. They the ones that can do that. It's not like
They make the final call.
It's not like we just not going because like I said, it's examples of that too of us working with these people, trusting these people, putting our lives in the hands of these people, meaning like our business, our life savings or whatever the case may be, trusting these people, working with them, just ignoring the fact of what they done did in the past, and countless times these people that look like us been fucked over and over and over and over and over again. So it ain't just like, yeah, I'm not just fucking with you just because you. It's more like, yeah, I see how y'all work, so I'm reluctant to trust you still. I don't care what you saying. I see too many examples of our people trusting your people, and it's coming to bite them in the ass over and
I
over.
respect that. I can respect that.
It's not like we don't. It's not like we the ones that don't want to trust them. It's not like we the ones that don't want to work with them. It's not like we the ones that ain't trying to work our way up to be even close enough to even have a say so in certain shit. But when we put ourselves in those positions to do that, then it's a foot on our neck saying, nah, stay just below the ability to say something. So yeah, you might get to the top of the ladder, but you ain't getting off of the ladder. You just gonna stay there. And we just gonna keep pulling. We just gonna keep pulling other people that think like us above you to keep our mindset in order, in place. So it ain't like it's people not there. But unless they look exactly like us, they don't truly have our good. They don't truly have our good intentions for us at heart, because they not incentivized. They don't benefit them to fight for us because they not the ones being. They don't feel the pain and the oppression that we feeling, so they don't have to really fight for that shit. So yeah, they might fight for a little bit of time, but once that shit get too draining and too overwhelming, it's like, man, fuck this shit, on to the next, because this shit it's not benefiting me in no way. because I don't live like them. I don't feel what they feel. I don't have to walk outside and see the thing that they see. So yeah, this fight right here is getting a little bit overwhelming and it's too much. Fuck it. It ain't our fault that it's y'all the only source of people. That's why we don't have to worry about other certain cultures kind of like keeping a foot on us because they kind of fucked over too. So it's like they might be reluctant. They might not fuck with black people, but they power, they presence is not so powerful as the opposing side. I don't want to say the people no more. It's just like, okay, it's like, for example, with the Olympics, when you see certain people of certain races benefit or get people turn a blind eye to them when they do certain things, and then certain people and then other people of our color do the same, and they get reprimanded or they get punished more harshly than the person that did it before or the person that did it of the other side. So when it's like, yeah, man, fuck y'all because y'all the ones in power, y'all the ones blow the whistle, y'all the ones make the decision, and it seems like when people of y'all that live y'all lifestyle, the people of y'all same whatever, y'all kind of like should we give a slap on the wrist or turn a blind eye to or keep giving chances to, but when it's people that look like us or people that live our type of life, it's more like, yeah, punish, and it's harshly punished. It's like, yeah, man, fuck that. We not fucking with y'all because y'all clearly don't fuck with us. It's like, yeah, stay away from that shit. I feel like the Olympics was too black this year. So it's like they gotta find something. They gotta find something to fuck with. It could have been anything. They finding anything, and it's largely based on people that live or people of a certain culture. When you talking about swimming caps that fit, you feel me, afro hair, you feel me, big hair or whatever the case may be. You want to ban that. Then women with long nails or certain long hair or whatever the case may be, or T levels too high, too much testosterone, it's a problem there. It's like what you just don't understand.
You know what's crazy about that right
you
there,
don't understand
dog?
genetics, you don't understand the way we live, so it's just
It's
like
crazy about that right there.
we gonna find something.
You can let and damn, dog, this is sensitive. But a man that becomes a woman can compete when only so much of his genes has been changed. You know, you feel me? You went through a transition, etc., etc. Only so much has changed. I don't know how much,
But only so much.
but only so much. And when they compete, it's going to be at a fair. This was a woman a trans woman that won this relay race.
Yeah, I don't.
With any test of testosterone would be above any normal female. But if a normal female has a high level of testosterone, it's a problem
Mm-hmm.
because she just naturally. Why you think she's in this competition? Like that's why she's an athlete.
But she has a high level.
She's different. She probably knew that at an early age. So you know what I'm saying, or the diets, the way that, like you said, the lifestyle, how the person lives.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And what the person what genetically a person might be able to produce. You targeting a culture of people. Every culture of people is not genetically able to produce high level of testosterone naturally, except for
Except black people.
so when you say something like that, you basically accept you doing everything but saying, yeah, it's because you black, we not letting you race. It's like, okay, yeah, and then it's like, yeah, granted, you feel me, sweetheart broke the rules, but she ain't the first, won't be the last to do that same thing. But the difference is, some of the people that did that same thing before her didn't suffer the same consequences. And it ain't coincidental that they was people of other color. It ain't a coincidence. So when you have a culture of people saying, yeah, every time we get next to y'all, every time we trust y'all, every time we brush shoulders with y'all, we end up fucked in the situation. So yeah, we gonna stay away from y'all. That ain't a racial thing. That's example. That's being taught. That's being safe. Yeah, I might well just stay over here. And in some situations, it might be easier said than done because it's like, yeah, Shakari, I'm sorry. You ain't just gonna give up and let them just tear you down. But in other situations, it's easier to just say, man, fuck it, I'm done with it. In this situation, we ain't gonna let it just happen like that. You ain't just finna say, fuck it, you done with it. We feel me? We finna uplift you right now. You feel me? And we gonna stand behind you because like we said, like I said before, you ain't the first, won't be the last. You just happen to be somebody of another color and you happen to be a woman.
Right.
So it ain't more of a like, yeah, we ain't fucking with you because you white. It's more we fucking with you because you got we don't know when you will, but you got the power to exhibit white privilege however you feel the need to. And leave us fucked in a situation to where we can't defend ourselves. We just gotta go with the flow, and gracefully bow out. You feel me? That's the best we could do is gracefully bow out, because we can't compete with when we show we can when y'all get yourself in a situation where y'all can't compete with us and we over competing and we doing everything and we taking over the situation. Y'all gotta find a way to saturate it. The Olympics was too black, plain and simple. We was running swimming, gymnastics, track, and on both genders, men and women. You gonna have to find a way to tear it down. And it just happened to be women this time because Hussein ain't running it this year, is he?
Not that I know of.
I don't think he running this year, so it's nobody of the men of a male gender that's threatening to shatter the record books this year. But it's damn sure there's a woman, and not to mention that she's bringing up past, she's reminding people of past history. She's bringing up memory of FloJo. So now people like, damn. She's doing this shit a little bit. She closing up to breaking records. The fastest woman on earth. You feel me? We got three women coming up to the. If you got 3 women coming up to the Olympics, black women at that. Who's the center of attention because they guarantee gonna be the top 3 in the whole race. And not to even mention it's probably gonna be the top 5 in the race gonna be black women. So we gotta find a way. We gotta shut.
We gotta make this shit even. We gotta make this shit fair.
So boom, we gotta hit the swimmers. Yeah, y'all caps too big. We ain't fucking with that. And it ain't that they can't produce the caps because you got companies that was willing to produce the caps. You got companies that had the caps ready to be sold, but you deny them the credentials in order for them to sell those caps.
Because they want to make sure whatever bread they already got in place that they gonna make. And all this extra shit that your niggas trying to cut back on. No.
They doing too much. They doing too much. They names ringing too many bells. It's like, man. And then it's like she's the one representing America. The other 2 is what, Jamaica. So it's like, yeah, we can't. No matter what we say about Jamaica, we representing us. This for us. But to end that situation, because we've been on this for a minute. We've been talking about the disadvantages and the advantages of white and black people for an hour now. Different subjects, same subjects all at the same time. I'm ready to get off of this shit. But all in all,
let love live, man.
Moral of the story is this shit is this is a dangerous place for people of certain colors, and this is a wonderful place for other people.
Let love live. Learn to move around it. What you say? Stay high above the bullshit.
Enough, man. We finna close out, man. You feel me? We gonna close out, but I know this episode probably got a lot of y'all in y'all feelings. I know this episode was real toxic, but man, just remember at the end of the day, it's just conversation.